He calls it a foolish attempt to embarrass the state attorney. A local pastor apologizing for other pastors after this confrontation with Angela Corey.
I was embarrassed to be a pastor. I was embarrassed to be a preacher. I was embarrassed to be a proclaimer of the gospel.
Good evening, everyone. Local pastors have launched a protest over the behavior of other local pastors. It all started when the group known as iCare confronted State Attorney Angela Corey over the issue of civil citations.
Tonight, local ministers have come forward saying iCare's actions were inappropriate. Channel 4 Scott Johnson has been following this story. He has much more on what these ministers are so upset about. Scott.
Well, initially yesterday, iCare came out opposing too many civil citations in Jacksonville, or excuse me, not enough civil citations in Jacksonville, as opposed to locking up underage teens for some sort of crime that maybe could ruin their life down the road by having a criminal conviction on their record. Well, the way they protested is not making other members of the clergy happy. They say it was an embarrassment. One even wrote an apology letter to State Attorney Angela Corey. A day after members of the clergy confronted Angela Corey in front of the state attorney's office, other ministers are saying they don't support this group, who refers to themselves as iCare.
I was embarrassed as a pastor.
Reverend Ken Adkins sent this letter to Angela Corey apologizing for this group as a minister himself, writing, "I do not believe their actions are indicative of how pastors in this community feel about you or the job your office had done."
I thought it was way out of line. I thought it wasn't real. I thought they were trying to jump on somebody who's already may having some problems or issues with the public and public perception. And I think Mrs. Corey has done a great job. Nobody is perfect. But I was embarrassed to be a pastor.
At least one more local minister is echoing that sentiment. I spoke with Bishop Terrence Calloway of the Independent Church Fellowship of Covenant Churches.
And I personally think it was just a grandstand move for a group of pastors to try to get some type of media attention to say that they're doing something in the community. And I think it was very distasteful.
So I reached out to Reverend Kent Dorsey with iCare to ask their response to Reverend Adkins apologizing to Angela Corey. Dorsey's response to me: first, Reverend Adkins is not a minister of one of our congregations, and it wouldn't be professional of me, as it would not be professional of him, to make a comment of the clergy. And iCare has a rally planned for April 7th to promote the idea of the use of more civil citations in Jacksonville, saying it's too low. They say Angela Corey has decided and told them she will not attend, but we heard from Corey's office she will have a representative from the state attorney's office present at this rally. Once again, this group saying by not using civil citations, we have too many teens in Jacksonville getting criminal records at an early point in their life, as well as incarcerating them, which costs the taxpayers more money. We're live tonight. Scott Johnson, Channel 4, the local station.
So, Scott, what is the state attorney's office telling you about these latest developments here?
Well, they would not comment on the letter that was sent to them, the apology letter. They didn't even bother. They just backed up their statement, saying that they believe that police are responsible for writing civil citations, not the state attorney's office, also saying that Jacksonville is pretty close to the state average of civil citations written, 31% in Jacksonville, 34% in Florida. And they also say that they are planning on having a representative at that rally on the 7th. Back to you.
We're going to have to see what happens and how it all plays out. Scott Johnson reporting live for us tonight. Scott, thank you.